Hey everyone, I'm glad you're back for part 3 of our Definitions of Worship series. Today we're going to look at Daniel Block's definition of worship, and the way he would word it is the definition of true worship. So Block is the Gunther H. Knoedler Professor Emeritus of Old Testament at the Wheaton College Graduate School. He's also taught at Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, Bethel Theological Seminary, and then Providence College and Seminary. He's a prolific writer, so he's written a ton on a range of different things, particularly in the Old Testament. One of those being worship. The definition we're going to talk about today comes from his book, For the Glory of God, Recovering a Biblical Theology of Worship. It was written in 2014. So Block says, true worship involves reverential acts of homage and submission before the divine sovereign, in response to his gracious revelation of himself and in accord with his will. So let's actually break this down like we've done for some of the other definitions. Okay, so true worship involves reverential acts. Well, what's reverential mean? It's something due to someone that we respect, right? So we have reverence for this person, so therefore, we show that respect, we show that reverence for them through a reverential act. Homage. So homage is respect or acknowledgement, and the key here is it's shown publicly, right? So we show this respect, we show this acknowledgement in a public fashion. So reverential acts of homage and submission before the divine sovereign. So submission is our next one. So we're going to yield to the authority of another, right? So submission, we're going to yield to this authority of another. And then who are we going to yield, or who are we going to show reverence to? Who are we going to pay homage to? Who are we going to submit to? We're going to submit to the divine sovereign, right? So what's sovereign mean? It's a supreme or ultimate power. Now, divine actually qualifies that. So we're gonna show this reverence, homage, submission to this divine or the spiritual authority that we have, right? In response, right? So now we get this response idea again, which we've had before: outpouring, response, and response, right? So in response to what? To the gracious revelation of himself and in accord with his will. So accord here means in harmony or in consistency with. So let's compare Best, Gibson, and Block's definitions. And if you haven't seen my video on Block's definition or on Best definition or on Gibson's definition, go ahead back and look at the first two videos in the series. So Best talks about the outpouring of something. He uses the word I, so I will, I will, I will. And it's a broader definition of gods or God. So it's little g God, and it could be a bunch of different things: fame, power, money, or the divine spiritual God, right? Gibson's is a response, right? So it ties into those other things. So he talks about a response, but he uses he language. In his situation, it's he directly with relation to the God of the Bible. Block is much more like Gibson's than he is like Best's, because Best is a broader definition, Block's is more narrow, like Gibson's, where it's a response to this God, this sovereign, and it is the God and the sovereign of the Bible, so capital G God, right? And it is more on the his gracious revelation and according to his will. So it's less about the I and more about the his. So that's our third definition that we've covered. There's 6 total definitions. If you're wondering where these are coming from Justin Taylor's article on the Gospel Coalition, where he looks at 6 definitions of worship. So we've still got 3 more definitions that we're going to cover. If you're interested in what the next video is going to be, it's going to be Bruce Leafbad's definition, which centers around communion with God and communion with the God of the Bible. I hope you'll join me in checking that out. If you like this video, if you learned something from it, if you'd consider sharing it with other people. I'm trying to get the word out that we're doing, that I'm doing these 6 definition series, but more broadly that I'm doing a STEM and worship series. So this is the front end of a STEM and worship series where we're trying to understand the definition of worship, and then we're going to move on. We're going to see how STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, relates to worship and how it kind of comes in conjunction or in harmony with this idea of biblical worship. So if you want to learn more about me, you can find me. If you want to interact with me, there's the comment section, or you can connect with me on pretty much every social media platform as Dr. C.A. Hickson. I'm on all of those as Dr. C.A. Hickson. Thanks again. I'll see you next time, and I hope you're enjoying the series.